Welcome everyone from Chile, Quezon City to tonight's SalveSays Financial Saturday Night Live. First time natin ito after the first year YouTube anniversary, so medyo may high pa kami ng konti. Pero last month, umusok yung episode natin on DV Bower, a paiwi investment scheme that is currently the subject of several court cases na napagharap-harap natin. Si Dexter Villamin, mga investors, yung dati niyang legal consultant na congressman, tapos Securities and Exchange Commission pati. Sa ngayon po, marami nang natanggap ang SEC na formal complaints against the company because of that show. Meanwhile, si Mr. Villamin claims innocence pa rin. We will keep you updated on further developments as they happen. But today we have several brave souls. Well, actually isa who is willing to come out and share her experience with another investment scheme. Raging Business Consultancy Services ang tawag. It is an active advisory against it issued by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Excited na ba kayo? Dapat makinig kayo ng mabuti para matutunan natin ang mga leksyon na dapat nating matutunan ngayon. We also have a chartered financial analyst later on in the show, kaya huwag kayong mawawala. Babalik tayo sa mga investment kwentuhan natin. She will discuss the role of fixed income instruments in our investment portfolio in a time of the volatility in the stock market. At marami pang iba. Napaka-exciting na ating show today, kaya make sure, kasama, meron na ba kayong pagkain? Ako meron nakalagay kasi hindi pa ako nagde-dinner. Pero walang kukurap, okay? Walang kukurap. This is Salve Lupito, your host for tonight, with my partner, Warren De Guzman.
Thanks, Salve. We are Empower and Transform, a company that aims to provide financial education to those who need it most. This is SalveSays Saturday Night Live, and we are live on Kumu, YouTube, and Facebook. Send us your Kumu gifts and Super Chat and stickers on YouTube to get your questions answered first. Every gift helps us spread financial literacy to every corner of the internet and combat not just scams, but ignorance. Ngayon, bago natin simulan ang iyakan dyan sa scam na yan, let's talk about the most common types of investment scams that are unfortunately here in the Philippines. Okay ba yun, partner?
Yeah, okay. Simulan ko na. The first one is the coaching scam. Eto, nakakainis to rin. Kasi nadadama yung mga legitimate na personal finance practitioners, di ba? Sa kalokohan ng mga fake finance and investment gurus na laganap sa social media. Hindi po kami magpapangalan. Kayo maghihintay dyan. Pero, you have to be wary of these people. Puro sila pangako. Pero wala naman natutupad. They will say, I can help you get rich quick. Just follow my instructions. Pero, kailangan mo na magbayad bago malaman kung ano ang dapat gawin. After nyo magbayad, wala, bokya naman. Ako minsan, Warren, okay lang sa akin magbayad, pero parang gusto ko may proof of life muna. May proof of work na nangyari na ito, nang tangatulong talaga sila sa ibang tao. Pero usually wala Or worse, sasabihan nila ang plano, pero hindi naman to gagana. And then babalikan ka ng, kulang ka pa kasi sa training So mag-enroll ka muna sa isa pang course ko. Yayaman ka dito. Bahala na po kayo maghanap kung sino yung mga yan. So, before trusting people, ask for their credentials. Ask about their fees. Ayan, lagi yung nakakalimutan itanong. Tanungin yung strategies nila. Ano ba yung risk? Also, the risk is a very important part of the conversation. Do not invest just because you see that they have a lot of followers. So, intelligent questions can help drive away scammers, and it will save you a lot of money.
Totoo yan, partner. Naalala nyo yung years ago, yung kasama pa sa PSE na nasangkot sa sa education.
Warren, kasama ko yun sa ibang financial literacy talks, di ba?
Yes.
As in, may picture pa kami magkasama. So, afraid.
Yes, scammer pala siya. Nako. Ang next na investment scam, advance fee scam. And ako, I have to admit, na biktima ako nito nung bata pa ako. May nakuha akong text, hindi kilalang number. Pero pagbukas ko, may nakalagay, your mobile number has been selected by a randomized lottery and you have won 200,000 pesos. Please reply to this message to find out how to redeem your prize. Nako, English pa, di ba? Tuwang-tuwa ako kasi bata pa ako.
Hindi bad grammar.
Oo, hindi bad grammar. Bata pa ako noon, wala pa masyadong kinikita. So yung prize money noon, very enticing for me. So nag-reply ako kaagad. Sabi ko, sige, game. And then, sagot naman sila, thank you for your reply. In order to avail of your prize, you must first forward 300 pesos worth of load to this number. So, ayun,
Oh,
bili ako
no.
ng load. Yung card, ha, hindi yung e-load, di ba?
Ayun,
So,
scratch pad.
scratch pad pa yun. So, medyo na-date na ako niyan. May
King.
pang pin. Oo, may pin pa. So, pinadala ko na yun. Tapos akala ko, yan, magkakaroon na ako ng pera.
Oh,
Tapos, ang
no.
reply sa akin, thank you for your reply. Apologies, but we made a mistake earlier.
Oh,
You must
no.
first forward 3,000 pesos worth of load to this number to avail of your prize.
Hindi ka na
Doon,
na-forward.
hindi na. Doon ko na nalaman na naloko na ako, di ba? Buti na lang
Buti
300
na.
pa lang yung napapadala ko. So, marami pang ibang version nitong scam na to. Meron sa mga email, yung Nigerian prince, di ba?
Ay, oo. Buhay pa hanggang ngayon yung prince.
Hanggang ngayon, yes. So, be careful with these advanced fee scams.
Ang next na investment scam, yung Ponzi scam, named after Charles Ponzi. Ganito yan. Sasabihin ng scammer, kaya kong doblehin ang pera mo in 90 days. Minsan nga, partner Warren, 5 days lang ang offer, di ba? Double your money in 5 days. Bibigyan mo lang ako ng, kunwari, 20,000 pesos, tapos babalik sa'yo 40,000 pesos na. Pero maniwala ka na ang totoo, ang investment scheme ni scammer, pagdating ng 90 days, gagamitin niya yung puhunan na yon, yung binigay mo sa kanya para ibayad niya dun sa iba. Tapos, pero initially, minsan, papakitaan ka muna niya. Papatikimin ka ng totoong in 5 days, talagang magiging 40,000 yung 20,000 mo. So, magiging hooked ka na, tapos sasabihin mo, siguro gagawin ko ng 200,000 yung investment ko. Alam mo naman, yung 200,000 na yun, hindi mo na yun makikita. Kasi pupuhunan niya yun para bayaran yung ibang tao na pumasok after you. So, yung makukuha ni scammer sa kanila, gagamitin niya ulit, parang niluluto tayo sa sarili nating mantika. Yun ang Ponzi.
Yeah, yung sikat dyan in recent years, si Bernie Madoff. Yun.
He made off with a lot of money.
With a lot of money. Pero
I love
nakakulong
that.
na siya. Finally, we have the pyramid scam. Halos pareho lang ito sa Ponzi scam, pero ang difference is nagre-rely ang pyramid scam sa recruitment. Imbis na paikutin ng pera katulad ng Ponzi, never-ending recruitment at recruitment fees ang habol ng scammer sa pyramid. Sasabihin niya, may product or service siya na maganda, you can sell it to for a fee of, they say, 5,000, at hindi lang yon, pwede kang kumita ng mas malaki kung mag-recruit ka ng mas maraming tao para magbenta din. Lalo lalaki ang pera mo pag mas maraming kang ma-recruit. It sounds familiar, di ba? Sounds family. Parang multi-level marketing. Pero ang difference niyan, may legit MLM. At yung legit MLM, nagbebenta ng totoong service or product tulad ng Avon. Okay? Yung wife ko, kakabili lang sa Avon lady dito sa village.
Buhay pa din siya hanggang ngayon, no?
Buhay pa rin hanggang ngayon, yes. Ang
Mm.
pyramid scheme, nakafocus lang sa recruitment at walang kwenta ang kanilang service or low quality ang kanilang products. So yan ang pyramid scam.
Actually, parang minsan ngayon, sobrang creative na ng mga scammers na minsan pinaghahalo-halo na nila yung Ponzi, parang pyramid. Tas, ang pagkakaiba lang sa Ponzi, parang it's like a circle, while a pyramid is 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Yung mga ganyan. Kaya siya nagiging pyramid. Well, I hope may natutunan kayo sa ating maiksing segment natin on scams ngayon. Marami pang ibang scams that you should be wary of. Kasi nga, sinasabi natin, sobrang creative na ng mga tao ngayon pagdating sa pang-scam ng ibang tao. But we can discuss all of those in another show.
Yes, partner. And now it is time to introduce our first guest. We would like to thank her for her bravery because she has agreed to come live on our show to share her experience as an investment scam victim. Yung nakabiktima sa kanya is Raging Business Consultancy Services, RBCS. It has an outstanding SEC advisory issued against it in September 2020 alongside its proprietor Malaya Gemma Platero for engaging in investment-taking activities without the proper licenses. Now, it offers investors guaranteed returns of up to 30% per month or 360% per year.
Wish
diba?
ko
Yun,
lang. Meron ganun talaga.
Paano yun nangyayari, di ba? Magagaling daw sa maraming business ng raging business. Meron daw silang gas station, meron daw silang real estate company, meron daw silang pizzeria at milk tea shop. It had a crowdfunding component pa where you can recruit other investors. So may parang Ponzi and pyramid component siya, di ba? na nakikita natin. So mamili ka sa mga business na raging business na pwede mong lagyan ng pera. And you can earn from recruitment and then yung referral, may mga gift vouchers pa. Okay? And our guest here, she's asked to remain anonymous. Pero she's been victimized by Miss Gemma more than once. Kasi ang ginawa ni Miss Gemma, and it's documented also in the other SEC advisories, she had different companies put up after nagkaroon ng advisory yung raging business para lang tuloy-tuloy.
It's actually very common.
Yes, very
Diba,
common.
pag meron ng advisory, gumagawa ng isa pang kumpanya.
Yeah, so yung marinig mo, marami mga iba't ibang klaseng pangalan na ganun pa rin yung modus, pero usually the same names lang yung mga tao behind that, including Miss Gemma. And we note also that we have information na si Miss Gemma has already been put in prison because there are cases filed against her. So, pakit na natin yung guest natin, si Miss Victim na galing pong Saudi Arabia. I-share niya po yung nangyari sa kanya bilang isang OFW. Ma'am, good evening po.
Magandang gabi, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
Ayan, okay.
Thank you
Good
po.
evening, ma'am.
Ayan, so na-share na po namin yung tungkol kay Miss Gemma na nakulong na po siya. Pero pwede niyo po ba i-share yung mga pangako sa iyo kaya ka nasama dito sa mga scam or investment scheme ni Gemma?
Okay, sir. Ganito po kasi una po kasi kasali po ako sa Surfan. Ang leader naman doon si Rick ni Hakala. 'Yun, ang ano noon 3 months 60 days, 1.5% naman ang tubo. So, wala pong nangyari doon kasi nagpalit sila, nag-turn into oro coins. So, ginawang oro yung coins, yung pera namin. So, ito naman nangyari. Yun sir, walang nangyari doon sa 20,000 ko po na investment. Ayun nga. Tapos, in-invite naman ako ni Jonald Lara Kill dito at sa kampo naman siya ni Lilibet Alob. Ito daw po, maganda para daw makabawi kami sa Surfan. 30% naman po yung monthly nila, 15-30 po yung sahod. Pag mag-refer po ako, meron pong 5% din na idadagdag doon sa ininvest ko, 50,000. So, sabi ko, babawi ako para naman pag uwi ko. Kasi sir, malapit na po ako noon umuwi eh.
Kailangan nyo na ng pera, no?
Kailangan ko na po ng pera. Tsaka sir, isa pa, inahanapan na po ako ng asawa ko ng pera. Sir, nasaan ang pera? Kaya nga, naengganyo naman ako dito sa AGMC dito kay Gemma kasi daw 30% makakabawi daw ako. So nag-invest ako ng 50. Sabi kahit daw pandemic hindi po maapektuhan, hindi, wala po daw lugi kasi forex trading daw po sila.
So raging business, forex trading.
Opo, ay iyon, naniwala naman po ako kasi yung ibang mga kasamahan ko, nag-ano naman sila na sumahod naman daw sila, So, sabi ko, ilang buwan na lang, uuwi na ako. Ayun.
Pero naiintindihan niyo po, ma'am, yung forex business?
Wala po akong naintindihan. Ang sa akin lang kasi, ma'am, gusto kong bumawi kasi hinahanapan ako ng asawa ko ng pera eh. Nahanapan ako ng pera kasi pagdating dito, magpapagawa kami ng bahay, ipa-renovate yung bahay namin. Kaya hinahanapan niya ako ng pera. Ang daming plano. Kami, na kung ipunin ko yung pera na yon, kahit pa paano, makakapagpatayo kami kahit poste. Kahit poste, yan makikita namin. So, nangyari, nalusaw po yung inano ko, nasa 70,000 din po yung nawala sa akin.
Nalagay. Yun yung nailagay nyo po total, 70,000.
50 dito kay Gemma, 20 naman doon kay Rickney. Wala talaga ma'am nangyari doon, wala talaga ma'am. Alam mo ba yung tipong mabalitaan mo na walang ganito, walang payout, walang sahod, walang ganyan. Yun bang matutulala ka na lang na paano ko 'to ipapaliwanag, saan katutak na mura ang gagawin sa akin nito, paano ako nito, gano'n. Yung bang tipo, baka isipin ng asawa ko nanlalalaki ako, wala akong perang naiuwi, pinadala yung mga tipong hindi ko alam po kung paano ko po ipapaliwanag ang sarili ko.
Oo nga
So,
po. Actually po ma'am,
masakit.
yes, masakit talaga yan at kadalasan po kasi yung mga scammer, they take advantage of that, no, yung hiya na nararamdaman ng mga biktima nila, kaya sila nakakalusot at hindi sila nahuhuli ng mga authorities ng gobyerno. Pero yung maganda po dito sa raging business kasi, yung alam ko at nakausap ko yung maraming kasama nyo na biktima din dito sa raging business. Nag-organize po yung mga biktima, nagsama-sama at nag-file ng kaso at ngayon dahil doon alam natin nakakulong ngayon si Miss Gemma at yung mga ibang accomplice niya. So, ano po yung natutunan niyo po doon at ano yung naramdaman niyo nung nalaman niyo na may nangyaring ganun at nakapag-action yung mga kasama niyo na biktima din?
Siyempre sir, yung sakit, yung depression na binigay nila sa amin ng mga OFW, yung pinaghirapan mo na halos hindi ka na makakain, mamaltratuhin ka pa ng amo mo, yung mga tipong ganun ba? Siyempre sir, tuwang-tuwa, siyempre, pero mas maganda sana kung pati pera namin maibalik. Yun.
Partner Warren, parang ganito. Alam mo ma'am, marami na tayong na-interview na ganito. Parang 25 years ko na naririnig yung mga storya na ganito. At minsan, siniswerte talaga yung mga tao na ikukulong yung mga scammer pero hindi talaga nakakabalik lagi yung pera. Ano partner Warren?
Totoo yan, Salve. Mahirap na makuha ulit yung pera. Kahit yung sa last month, yung story natin sa DV Bauer, ang daming pera naipasok doon at ngayon nakatali yun sa legal process.
Oo. Pero syempre lalaban pa rin. Laban pa rin ma'am, ma'am. At least nag-complain kayo kasi kung hindi kayo nag-complain baka mas marami pang naloko, 'di ba? And
ayun niya po.
Tuloy-tuloy lang ang laban at yun lang, sana natutunan na natin yung leksyon natin, at para sa mga nakikinig rin, titingnan lagi yung SEC advisory, kung meron kayong nakikitang mga ganitong feeling nyo talaga maluloko kayo, sabihin nyo na sa amin ni Partner Warren para makapagbigay na tayo ng warning sa ating mga kababayan. Sayang, bawat piso pinaghirapan, di ba?
Kaya nga po, alam mo ma'am kung sino po yung nag-i-invite? Yung mga malalapit pa yung mga kaibigan mo pa. Wow. Kaya kumbaga, tiwala kasi nag-invest din sila, tiwala ka sa kanila. Kaya yun ang masakit doon.
Totoo
kaya
po.
yun nung nabalitaan namin na nakulong si Gemma, ayun, tuwang-tuwa kami kasi buwisit kami doon sa text ng anak niya yata yon. Yung sabi na tara, magwaldas tayo sa casino para ang daming pera. Yung mga giti mo, day, magwaldas tayo sa casino, puta, sabi niya ganun. May papasok pa kay auntie ng 3 million sa Monday. Tara, magwaldas tayo sa casino. Yun ba, ang tuwang-tuwa, yun parang tuwang-tuwa sila, tapos samantala kami, nalunod na kami sa depression, hindi namin malaman kung paano namin maibabalik yung pera na kinuha nila sa amin. Mga gago nga.
Tapos yung pala, kinasino lang,
Winaldas
sakit talaga. Importante dyan, ma'am, na matuto tayo na, kasi yung mga ganyan, yung mga scammer, usually, very charismatic po sila, marunong silang makisama sa mga tao, marunong silang makipagbiruan, marunong sila, 'di ba, kumbinsi yung mga tao,
paikot-ikutin ka talaga.
So yung kailangan po yung lagi po namin sinasabi dito sa show na kailangan mas ma-educate natin ang sarili natin. Kasi yung may saying, yung the more you learn, the more you earn. Hindi lang yun sa para kumita, para rin maprotektahan yung sarili nyo sa mga scam, sa mga investment scam talaga. So,
may iba ka, Partner Warren, dito sa Kumu, ang mga tinatanong, alin daw ang mas masakit? Scam sa pera o scam sa relationship?
Naku, sabi nga ni ma'am,
sa pera talaga, ma'am. Para sa akin, sa pera talaga.
Sige, ma'am. Mamaya po ibabalik natin kayo para sa mga question and answer portion. Maraming salamat po ulit sa lakas ng loob ninyo para to come out. Maraming salamat.
Maraming
Ah,
salamat, ma'am. And I just wanted to share, Salve, with our viewers also, we did reach out to Gemma, baka in
Yeah.
case na maaari siyang makasama pa rin sa show natin tonight, kaso lang,
Yes.
hindi siya nag-respond. We also
Oo.
reached out to several other scam victims. Yun nga lang, hindi nagkatugma-tugma yung mga schedule dahil international po yung nangyari na investment scheme na ito.
Yes.
Mga
Oo.
taga-US, ayun, si ma'am
Borderless.
from OFW, kasi
That's the problem nga.
internet na yung
That's the
ginagamit.
problem, Warren. It's borderless. So even how the governments are supposed to go after all of the scammers, it's very difficult because different territories have to talk to each other para lang mahuli yung mga ano na yan, mga scammers. I understand we had somebody else who was supposed to come into the show, no? At talaga ito, gusto niya talagang sabihin kung sino siya.
Yes.
Actually, itong kanina, yung ating victim kanina, eventually daw, she will also reveal her real name para lang magkaroon ng saysay, yung kanyang pagwi-whistleblow. And this other person that you invited and was supposed to join us tonight lang, meron lang sakit, partner
Yes.
Warren. But I think all of the people that para po doon sa mga nanonood, kung kilala nyo po yung mga tao na pinangalanan ng ating guest today, you are also welcome to come to us if you wish to air your side, because that is also our responsibility, not to air the other side of the story. But for now, partner Warren, I think it's time for our second guest.
Yes, absolutely. Ako na ba yung mag-introduce?
Sige, ako na. She's a 13-year veteran in finance, holding positions in asset management, fixed income derivatives, and structured products trading and foreign exchange. Currently, she is a director handling financial markets and treasury sales at a global bank, a chartered financial analyst, certified treasury professional, and an SEC certified fixed income salesman. Gusto ko rin malaman ang posisyon niya dun sa mga scams na yon, partner Warren. Joining us to talk about how to invest the right way is Toni Bautista. Toni, please come up. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Toni. Hello.
Oo, nakinig ka kanina, so mamaya, alam mo na, tatanungin ka namin later. Or ngayon na muna, before we talked about fixed income, what is your view? I understand the CFA program, a big part of the program is really talking about risk and talking about ethics and talking about the right way to sell certain investments. Ano yung reaction mo when you heard the story earlier?
Actually, Salvi, nakakalungkot when I heard what happened kay ma'am. Kasi nga mainly because parang it's very Pinoy na parang sinabi niya na yung mga nag-entice sa kanya to invest, mga kakilala din niya, di ba? So, syempre, sa atin, tiwala na lang talaga, di ba? Pero at the end of the day, no, since it's investments and since it's finance related, your finances are at stake, you would always need to do some sort of due diligence. So, that is why in the CFA program, that's what we normally do, di ba? Parang ano ba due diligence? So, on due diligence, yung sinabi mo nga kanina, Salvi, that you should ask intelligent questions. So, kapag nilapit sa'yo yung ganyang product, for me, lagi ko iniisip, if it's too good to be true, then
Takbo.
this should be something na I should be digging through more and parang in a way for me to take a bit more time to think about my investment decisions. Because for me, like the 30%, yun talaga, for me, it's very glaring. Maganda siya, di ba? Syempre, parang who wouldn't want the 30%?
Kung pwede lang.
Kung pwede lang,
di ba?
Pero syempre, parang dun ka talaga dapat para in a way mapapapause ka. Tapos parang pwede mong tanungin intelligent questions ka as you've mentioned. And those intelligent questions, you should be able to ask, no? After you've done your own education, your own finance literacy, no, which you normally do on a weekly basis also. So, at the end of the day, you're correct, Salves. The CFA Society, this is one of our thrust also, financial literacy, ethics, no, whenever we do our own sales, do our own investment analysis, no. So, for me, parang yung mga ganito nangyayari sa atin, na parang at the end of the day, masakit man siya, at least maganda na si Ma'am was able to be brave enough, no, to share her experiences. Para yung viewers natin, of course, may matututo din dun sa nangyari. So, yeah. Yun lang ako. Parang kaya medyo nakarelate ako dun sa asking intelligent
Sakit eh.
questions.
Oo,
sa totoo
sakit.
lang.
Kasi
Actually
talaga,
ako, pag naririnig ko partner Warren, yung iba kasi, dalawa lang storya maririnig mo eh. Nag-invest ako ng 10 milyon, wala na akong ano. Or nag-invest ako ng huling-huli kong 20,000 na wala pa sa akin. Mas masakit yung
mas masakit
20,000,
yun.
friend.
Oo.
Kasi
Nako.
yung 10 milyon, baka kaya niyang kitain ulit. Pero pag alam mo yung huling-huling 10,000, yung huling-huling 20,000, talaga yun ang kailangan nating baguhin. Nakakagigil.
Sobra. I mean,
Totoo.
lalo na for OFWs, nako, naghihirap sila. They're in a hostile situation abroad, working hard for their money, and then mawawala lang dahil sa mga scheme na ganyan. Pero Tony, I wanted to ask you, kasi ako, what I usually do is, I look at benchmarks. So yung mga benchmarks is like GDP growth, o kaya yung BSP interest rates. Ano sa inyo yung pinakamagandang benchmark na magsasabi na kung compare mo lang yon, automatic alam mo scam na yun?
For me, ang tinitingnan ko lagi, inflation. Kasi inflation, di ba, yun yung gaano kalaki, gaano kataas umaakyat yung presyo, the overall level of prices in the economy. So for me, as long as, well, my decision factor lagi whenever I'm looking at investment, syempre, meron pa rin ako on the side na cash for emergency purposes, di ba? So syempre, savings lang yan or time deposit. Pero kapag sa investments ko, I would normally benchmark it against inflation. Probably anything mga times 2, times 3 ng inflation na guaranteed. For me, this is something I would likely siguro magtatanong ako sa kaibigan ko o kaya magtatanong ako sa mga kaibigan ko na nag-work in a bank, for example, o kaya other finance practitioners, mainly because if it is guaranteed, no, kailangan po malaman saan nanggagaling yung pera, saan nanggagaling yung pambayad ng returns. Kasi di ba parang syempre, alam naman natin na parang at the end of the day, titignan mo, benchmarks would also be the BSP overnight rate as mentioned by Warren. Kapag sobrang laki versus the BSP overnight rate, nasa 2% tayo now. For me, yun yung for me, red flags in a way, na dapat magtanong pa ako ng mas marami.
Tony, binabaha na tayo ng questions sa stream para sa inyong dalawa, pero very quick lang. Pagka sinabi kasing inflation now is at 4%, right?
Correct.
Tapos, so, ibig sabihin nun, kung 8% yung ino-offer sa'yo, 8 o kaya 12, ako iniisip ko na nga lang, kung kaya mo palang kumita ng ganon kalakas, di bakit ka nagre-recruit? Diba? You just use your time to make that much money. Bakit ka nag-aaksaya ng panahon na pagre-recruit ng mga kung sino-sino? So, obviously, diba, isip tayo, pero hindi naman natin mabiblame yung ating mga kababayan because financial literacy nga is not part of how we were brought up. So, kailangan natin yung show na ganito para sabihin, okay, magtanong kayo, magkano inflation ngayon? Sabi ni Tony, kung double that, triple that, questionable na yon. So, at least that's one clear thing that we can use to gauge whether something that is being offered should cause us to run away instead na bigla tayong lulukso doon. Tony, very quick lang, tatawad ako ng konting minuto. Pa-explain nga po, kasi syempre, during the pandemic, sikat na sikat yung stocks, sikat na sikat yung Bitcoin and other cryptos, may Axie na, because it's supposed to offer well, it's volatile, pero a lot of people are saying and taking a screenshot of their portfolios and saying, I made this much money, diba? Ganyan. So, yung fixed income, which is your expertise, parang boring. Parang, parang lugi, boring. But does it still have a place in people's portfolios at the moment?
To be perfectly honest, Salve, for me, yes, of course, it still does. Mainly because for me, it's a bridge between time deposits and the riskier assets, which are stocks and Bitcoin. If I may share, yung mga sinasabi na ng Bitcoin, and so forth, even though I'm a finance practitioner, since hindi ko pa siya naaral, hindi ko pa siya pinapasok. So parang in a way, that's also my check for myself, no? Kung ready na ba ako for that investment, no? Kung napag-aralan ko na ba siya. So, yung fixed income kasi, the reason why for me it's also a good investment outlet is from the name in itself kasi, may fixed income ka. Yung fixed income na to, ang tawag dito, this is your coupon rate or interest rate. So kapag bumili ka kasi ng fixed income asset, technically, ang ginagawa mo, nagpapautang ka dun sa issuer ng fixed income security. So, since nagpautang ka, you should be able to receive periodic interest payments. So, kaya siya tawag na fixed income. So, in a way, versus stocks, for example, na hindi dividend paying, at least for fixed income, meron kang steady flow of cash flows as long as you hold on to the fixed income security. And so, if you compare the time deposit rates versus fixed income yields, syempre may pick up ka. So, if you don't want, we've always advocated for diversification, not putting all of your eggs in one basket. So that is why for me, fixed income can be one of the investment outlets for our viewers still. Even though nasa low interest rate environment tayo ngayon.
All right, fantastic. Naku, Toni, we want to ask a lot more questions. Partner Warren also, pero ipasok na lang siguro natin, Partner Warren, yung mga additional questions natin during the Q&A because there are a lot of people who really want to ask you questions. Pasok na ba? Partner, ano yung unang-una natin itatanong?
Sige, tignan natin kung ano yung napili niya ni Direk na tatanungin kay Toni. Ang dami dito actually.
May unang tanong dito from Kumo, Toni. Sabi niya, Ma'am Toni, question, what's your skin regimen?
Wow, na-impress. Doon sila na-impress, ha? Grabe naman.
Grabe yun!
Nagmamain na ba si Aris? Nagmamain na ba si Aris?
Kanina pa. Bakit din na ba natin si Ma'am?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Ito na yung tanong. Tanong na napili niya direct. Si Bobby Sanchez, 2.5 to 3.5 interest a month. Okay ba ang ganitong investment? Co-franchising daw, debt investment.
For me, medyo mataas pa rin siya kasi per month
laki yan.
I-multiply mo by 12 Technically, diba? So more or less mga nasa 24% yan per year. Sinasabi natin kasi sir na 4%.
Per year.
Per year na yun.
Per year na po yun.
Masaklap man sabihin. So hindi ko naman sinasabi na masama siya, sir. For me, since sinabi na natin na technically 24% per year siya, dapat siguro magtanong ka pa ng mas maraming you need to dig deeper dun sa investments. So sinabi nilang co-franchising. Ano yung fina-franchise? Kamusta yung cash flows ng mga franchise na business? Tapos yung sinabing debt investment, ibig sabihin yung documentation ba ay promissory note sa'yo? Yung promissory note na yun ba, is it legally binding? Mga ganun na tanong. Tapos, when you say debt investment kasi normally, meron kang periodic payments nga. So, ibig sabihin ba, makakatanggap ka ng interest every month? Every 6 months. Tapos, for me, one final question na lagi kong iniisip lagi pag ganyan is yung ability mo to get out of the investment. So, tatanungin mo din dapat kung
exit.
Yung exit, is it liquid? Kasi sometimes naka-fine print yan na ibig sabihin nakatali ka for 3 years, for example, and so forth. So, some of the things that you would need to ask further.
Di ba, Warren and Toni, kung magbabayad sila ng guaranteed na up to 3.5% per month, they should be earning higher than that. Correct. To make money. Saan ka maglalagay ngayon ng paglalagay ng guaranteed na higher than 3.5, di ba? I mean, okay lang kung hindi guaranteed. Baka, it's up to 3.5, but it could be much lower. But if they're guaranteeing that, ako na, Toni, ang dudurog dito.
Parang
personally, I'd be very scared.
Credit card. Parang interest rate ng credit card.
Ito yung credit card fee.
Yes, dati. May cap na ngayon, di ba? Parang 2% per month na. Pero dati, so this is how much credit card companies were making before. But ang laki din ng past due loans nila. So hindi rin naman lahat nakakapagbayad ng ganun. So the earnings are not really. You're not expecting everybody will pay the 3.5% per month is what I'm trying to say. So be careful, guys. Para sa akin, red flag. Ikaw, Warren.
Red flag na yan.
Ikaw to, si Toni, explain niya na very...
Yes, that's a red flag. That is a red flag.
Broke more for me.
May habol pa siya.
Fuel, gasoline daw, may contract every month. okay kung may fuel, gasoline, may contract every month. Have you seen the businesses that you are actually funding? You are lending, parang feeling ko you are lending to them at 3.5%. Pero still, that should not be seen as a guaranteed return.
Yeah.
Because there is still danger that the businesses you're funding may not be able to pay. So, yun lang. Isip-isip lang, konti. Konti pang
Isip-isip
isip-isip
lang.
and konting due diligence, sabi nga ni Tony. Okay. Alright. Ano
Alright.
thoughts ninyo sa retail dollar bond
Yes.
na offer
Oo.
ng government? Maganda.
Oo.
Magandang tanong. Sige, Tony.
Okay.
Uy, si ma'am, baka gusto niya umakyat. Bakit niyo binaba si ma'am?
Actually, of course, in terms, kasi whenever you're looking at bonds nga, para ka nagpapautang, di ba? So, the main consideration mo dito would be sino yung nangungutang. So, the retail dollar bond offer ng government, technically, ang nangungutang sa'yo would be the Philippine government. So, in terms of, ang tawag dito kasi credit risk, no? This is the risk that the issuer of the bonds will be unable to pay back their obligation. So, in terms of this credit risk, it's very remote, very minimal. Kasi nga, yung papautangin mo would be the Republic of the Philippines. No? So, but you have to remember though, less, the risk and return spectrum, di ba? Less risk, it means na lower yield. So, ito lang yung kailangan mo to take into consideration. So, of course, since less credit risk, then of course, in a way, medyo secure yung investment mo. Pero yun lang, yung potential na yield, baka hindi lang siya ganun kataas.
Para sa mga beginners natin, pag sinabing yield, ano nga bang Tagalog sa yield?
Interest?
Tony, interest. Okay. Iba yung kita ba? Kita,
Iba yung
interest.
kita, oo.
Iba yung kita. Galing-galing ni Tony. So, that's a good opportunity. Pero yun lang, parang accessible ba to sa ordinaryong Pilipino? Where do they go to buy that?
Wala pa actually, Salve. Ang nakita ko pa lang na news dito, I think nag-roadshow sila sa mga OFWs. So wala pang details, pero I think yung target market talaga nila ay OFWs.
Yes. Actually, yung talagang patok is yung premium bonds ng government. Yan yung may paraffol gamit yung bond number mo, 'di ba? What did you think of that investment? Okay ba 'yun? Kasi ako actually bumili din ako noon kasi na-entice ako dun sa premium.
Nakakuha ka ba?
Wala nga wala. And they draw every quarter 'di ba? So wala, itlog ako doon. Pero
for me okay na rin kasi at least may it's a pick up again versus your time deposit. So kaysa nasa time deposit lang, 'di ba? Then might as well place it in a higher yielding investment. Tapos may chance ka pang manalo ng jackpot, 'di ba?
Yes, kung ano-ano pa yun, condo, house and lot, alam ko. Diba? Wala.
But Tony, I don't want to be a parang party pooper here, pero I remember during the 1997 crisis, I was reading all sorts of literature at sinasabi nila na, alam mo, pagka yung mga bangko or kung sino-sino man nag-o-offer ng investments, sinasamahan na to ng mga weird na, di ba? Mga weird na pang-entice. It's time to get out of the market. So when I was looking at the return, mundo, may pa-premyo yung gobyerno. Iba na talaga mundo ngayon. Ano? Anyway, Tony, ano yung just because you're an expert in this industry, we always tell people na it's not about looking for that one special magic silver bullet that will make you wealthy. It's always putting all of these different investments together so that you create a portfolio. And some parts of that portfolio may have lesser risk, more guaranteed return. Some parts may have more risk and therefore give you the possibility of higher return. Lagi na namin nakapag-uusapan dito sa channel yung stocks paulit-ulit din yan at iba-iba din na experts ang dinadala natin. Ikaw yung unang-unang dinala namin dito to talk about fixed income. Ano ba talaga yung iba-ibang instruments? Ano yung whole range of options that people can have para lang mabawasan yung total portfolio risk nila?
Maraming classification yung fixed income, pero for me, easiest would be the types of issuer. So kung sino yung nangungutang. So, ang classification mo would be, the number 1 would be government bonds. So, ito yung kapag ang nangungutang would be the Philippine government. Meron ding dollar-denominated, ang nangungutang would be the US government. No? And then, meron ka ring corporate bonds. So, yun yung normal na classification mo between the two. Normally, ang ginagawa namin na benchmark for corporate bonds na interest, no, would be the government bond interest rates. Kasi syempre, yun nga yung parang credit risk-free. So if you are looking at fixed income as potential investment outlets for you, kung ano ka pa lang, nagsa-start out ka pa lang from time deposits, you can probably look at government bonds first. Given that your credit risk exposure nga would be only kay Philippine government. And of course, syempre, di ba, we all know, of course, that the government will not default anytime soon.
Oh, we're hoping.
Argentina, wag naman sana.
Ay, nako, grabe. Uy,
Don't
nagka-debt
fall
crisis
for
din tayo
me,
before.
Argentina. That's true.
Diba?
Pero sana
Nagka-debt
hindi
crisis
na.
tayo.
Pwede na print ng pera si Lolo Ben.
Oo, pwede naman.
Si Lola Ben. Ito, may isa pang tanong tayo.
Ang galitan ako nung tinawag ko siyang Lolo.
Ay, grabe ka. Ito, what about MP2?
Yes.
Okay ba to? From Michael Wanta.
Sorry,
MP2
I'm
ba?
not too familiar with MP.
This is a pag-ibig,
Parang
pag-ibig
fixed
fund.
income ng pag-ibig
Oo.
MP2 yan. Parang it's like a fund that gives dividends. So it
Yes.
acts like a fixed income instrument.
Okay.
Sige.
Then, for me, since it's a reputable government agency, in a way, for me, hindi yun red flag, no? Ano bang opposite ng hindi red flag? So for me, go.
Yellow.
Go. Green for go.
Pero yun nga, parang for me, since may fixed dividend then of course that will help in your cash flows. So a few questions again, normally tinitingnan ko dyan yun nga, your ability to exit. Kasi lalo na ngayon sa pandemic, hindi natin alam kasi yung mga gastos.
Yes.
So, that is why normally for me, in the pandemic, since last year, medyo mas malaki yung sinet aside ko na dun sa short-dated instruments muna, tsaka yung mga nagbibigay ng cash flows. Kasi hindi natin alam kung anong mangyayari. Baka later on, kailanganin mo ng emergency funds and so forth. No?
Yeah.
So, yun nga, parang since may regular dividends din for me, okay yun. Tapos, since reputable government agency, then okay din. So, yun lang. A few more questions siguro, yun nga, your ability to exit, what are the risks involved, you can ask that also. Normally naman kapag ganyan, we are required by the BSP to outline the risks involved in all of the investments that we offer clients.
Okay. Ito, may time pa ba tayo?
Wala na
Partner?
daw.
Wala na daw?
Wala na daw.
Ako eh.
Ako rin eh. Ang dami ko rin gusto itanong. Kaya lang, pinagsasabihan na tayo. Sige, isang-isa. Ikaw na lang huling-huling tawad.
Sige, isingit ko na lang for yung mga mas advanced natin na viewers. What do you prefer ba? Trading bonds or holding?
Well, for me, I would normally do it, siguro, not everything trading, not everything holding, in a way. Kasi what you set aside, na it's really for investments, no? You can probably use this to buy bonds and then hold the bonds until it matures. Pero kung meron kang extra pa at gusto mo, in a way, parang gusto mo to take advantage of the volatility in the fixed income market, then you can also do that. So it will depend on your portfolio strategy for me.
I know I've seen for a fact a lot of people make money when interest rates were going down because the prices were going up and their portfolios talaga went up so much just because of this, and they didn't have to take on very much risk. So it also depends on where interest rates are going. Grabe, Toni. Guys, gusto nyo pa bang matutunan ang pag-invest sa bonds? Pabalikin natin si Miss Toni pag may oras pa siya. Press 1 po kayo dyan sa baba. Mag-shout out lang muna ikaw, partner Warren, sa ating mga viewers today.
Okay, I just wanted to say thank you to our guest kanina, yung victim of raging business. So thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your experience. She had to go early kaya hindi na siya nakasagot. Ano yan? Ay, oo nga.
Jody,
Oo nga, no? Kaya, no, mukhang familiar si Toni. Para artistahin artistahin talaga.
Oo,
Nako.
kaya nga sa On The Money 'pag namimili ng mga guest, kailangan may picture. Si Toni naman.
Toni naman, ayan. So, as I was saying, thank you to our guest earlier. She had to go kasi so she wasn't able to join the Q&A. Pero thank you so much for your bravery. And
Maraming salamat.
we're so glad that the victims were able to organize and go after the scammer and put the people in jail. Kasi,
Yes.
diba, that's the only way that you can stop these things from happening again to other people.
Agree.
So, congratulations to you.
Okay, shout out always sa ating Maria Dolores Dulay Via. Thank you so much for being here. Ayan, si Chris, Tony, meron ka ng Jody. Ikaw ay si Jody na from now on. Aubrey, Grace, you're here. Thank you so much for being here. Meron tayong people watching from Cebu. Si Jenny Lynn, si Bobby, si Orland, si Leo. Shout out lang po sa inyong lahat. Thank you po for joining us today. Sino pa? Meron tayo from napakalayong lupain ng Taguig. Pero actually, Tony, Jody, yung viewers natin all around the world and on Kumu, nagtatawanan na sila kasi sabi nila, oo nga, kaya pala siya familiar. Nakakatuwa. And yes, marami po tayong one. A lot more people are also asking about bonds. So sana this is a beginning so that, Jody, Tony. Talagang,
naguluhan ka na tuloy.
The stock market kasi, it's very visual. It's always in the news and there's a market where you can go to look at it. In the bond market, it's not as transparent because there's no PSE. Diba? Meron tayo the PDEX. It's online lang. So we don't have a building for it. Ganyan, diba? So now people really don't understand it as much as they understand the stock market. Pero it is a very important tool in financial planning also, especially for people who need regular income already.
That's correct.
For those who are about to retire or kailangan nyo na yan for tuition. So it's a great tool and we hope that you guys are very interested in learning more about it. Although it's a lot more academic than stocks. No, it's very mathematical.
Medyo mas boring siya talaga.
Hindi naman boring. Medyo interesting nga because,
diba guys? Press 2 kung nag-agree kayo na kung si Jody ang nag-explain, hindi na ganun ka-boring.
Hindi na siya boring, di ba? Exciting na siya.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Tony, for joining us today. We really appreciate your presence. Thank you. Partner Warren, Jody, final words.
Just to thank you again for inviting me. It has been fun. And then for me, it's always a learning opportunity. Treat every show treat every news that you read, as a learning opportunity for you to grow your finances. At the end of the day, just ask away. We learn a lot of things through asking questions.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Jody. Fixed income Jody. Yeah.
Ate Sho is watching. My sister from Cambridge, UK is watching.
Hello. Ayan, like we said earlier, and like we always say on the show, the more you learn, the more you earn. And like what Tony said, just treat everything as an opportunity to learn, even mistakes, even pag ma-scam na kayo, you use it as a learning opportunity to be better and to avoid the same mistakes moving forward. Diba? Get better, build back stronger. That's what they're always saying about this pandemic, and that's how you should treat every single opportunity or challenge or setback that you encounter. And also, don't forget, follow us, Kumu, YouTube, Facebook. Please follow us all. Follow me on Twitter. You can get my news there. And also, of course, keep on watching ABS-CBN.
Oo nga, partner Warren, you've been in the news a lot lately. You've been reporting on the stock market. Ikaw ang nagma-market edge. I'm very proud of you. Um, pero thank you always, Warren, for supporting us here in Empower and Transform. And your presence in our team is really, really something that we're grateful for. Na-miss ka namin, Warren, no 1 year anniversary. It was
Oo nga eh.
crazy. It was fun. A lot of people won. We had more than 200,000 pesos worth of prizes that we gave away, and a lot of you
Nice.
already received your prizes this week. Meron tayo, Tony, tatlong nanalo ng 10,000 mutual fund gift cards and isang
Yun, diba?
3 days, 2 nights stay in Astoria, Palawan, and a lot of food and a lot of other things. Meron pa tayong GGSS, gandang-ganda sa sarili award. Merong haircut, and ganyan. Marami iba. So, I would like to invite everybody, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We will soon have another event like that. Basta merong milestone, mamimigay ulit tayo ng maraming gifts. So, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And also follow us on Facebook, IG, saan pa ba? Twitter, Kumu, TikTok. Magkakaroon na po
TikTok.
tayo.
Sasayaw na rin tayo.
Sasayaw na rin kami ni Warren. Magkakaroon na tayo ng TikTok content. At every morning from 10 a.m. to 11:30, I stream on Kumu. Ay, Tony, Jody, sumama ka sa akin doon. Kasi doon medyo chill. We can really get people to come up and ask questions, very basic or advanced, depende na sa inyo yan, about investments. And we have met so many people from around the world who are really interested in improving their finances. I-push na natin yun sa CFA, mag-Kumu na rin sila. Di ba? Haharanahan ka pa doon, Tony. Guys, di ba? Haranahan niyo si Tony.
Yun.
Di ba yun? So, maraming salamat. Kakanta si Jody. Magdadrama siya. Di ba? Ayan. Ayan, si Carla, natanggap niya na daw ang kanyang prizes. Okay.
Congrats.
So, in closing, I just wanna tell you about, so we went to one shop, and then tinatanong namin yung mga tao, so ano po mangyayari sa inyo ngayong ECQ? Syempre, wala na naman silang kita, tapos dahil wala silang emergency funds, yung iba sa kanila magtatanod sa barangay, and things like that. So while I was talking to this person, I was really parang super sad ako na hindi pa rin natin talaga na-perfect yung pagkakaroon ng rainy day fund. But hindi ako nagja-judge kasi, Tony, I also know a lot of people who have a lot of rainy day funds but had COVID twice. And talagang kahit na anong dami ng emergency funds mo, sometimes illnesses can wipe out everything. So, hindi guaranteed na pag meron kang financial literacy in your life, you'll be fine forever. But at least it's a lot less, yung worries natin nababawasan ng konti. So please stick around. Always watch us here on SalveSays YouTube Live every Saturday 8 to 9. If you want to send advanced questions, pwede nyo pong ipadala doon sa iba-iba nating social media accounts, especially if you want Tony to come back. So, please stay safe, Tony. Stay safe, Warren. At sa ating mga viewers, maraming salamat. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Ingat kayo. Keep safe.
Yay!